let's go, let's go.
We're here for one of the last visits at Hurricane Harbor before the summer season ends for this park. And we're gonna be checking out some updates on huge changes coming for the 2025 season, already starting now. The park is getting really ahead, and you're about to see what I mean. If you wanna find out what's going on for your last weekend here at Hurricane Harbor, as well as seeing the attractions that the park has to offer, be sure to stick around for the full video. If you don't already know, the park announced a huge expansion coming in 2025, the biggest in the park's history, the addition of a whole new kids area, Splash Island. As you're gonna see, we're gonna figure out what this location for this new ride is, but in the meantime, with this announcement was also the announcement of the permanent closure of Hooks Lagoon, the kids area that's been thrilling guests and kids for the longest time. For those who don't know when this announcement dropped, basically on the Instagram for Hurricane Harbor, the park advertised to get your final rides in Hooks Lagoon before it would be sailing away forever for the 2024 season. And as we approached the area, we reached a dead end. This entire Hooks Lagoon area is fenced up already, and the whole area is closed. It was a very interesting move to already close it when we only have a few more weekends left before closure. It didn't stop there though. As we walked around the area to at least ride the water slides nearby, we encountered more fences. Now while we don't know if this fenced up area was due to an event solely for today, or if it is related to the removal of Hooks Lagoon, it's very unfortunate that it's closed at all, as we're nearing the final week of Hurricane Harbor operating, and this is Labor Day weekend when everyone travels to water parks or theme parks. On the bright side, Shotgun Falls and Hydromaniac were operating, but due to the missing part of the whole left side of the park, the wait times were long. So we decided to head over and see the construction on the new Splash Island. As you can see, if you go over here near Seawolf, the entire area is fenced off, meaning you have no access to Wahoo Racer, Der Stuka, Dive Bomber, and Geronimo, and of course Splashwater Beach. I was not surprised that Splashwater Beach would be fenced off, but it is very surprising that the entire area is fenced off. On the bright side, it is just another weekend before the complete closure, so it was bound to happen regardless, and at least we're starting ahead. But if you were planning to visit any of these attractions prior to the last visit of Hurricane Harbor, it's not going to happen. Now, while there are some minor negatives like the loss of Hooks Lagoon and this entire area being sectioned off, this new addition will truly be amazing for Hurricane Harbor Arlington. The new area will be a way bigger version of Hooks Lagoon with more play features and more slides, with 7 already on the slide structure. But it doesn't stop there. There will also be 6 additional slides on the side, offering 2 mini versions of what's already here in the park like Tsunami Surge and Tornado, a great way for the little ones to experience what it is to do a water slide. The entire area will seriously get a giant facelift and will not look the same in 2025, which to be honest I'm not complaining about. The original Splashwater Beach wasn't that good, and while yes, lots of families and younger audiences loved it, this will definitely be a bigger and better upgrade, as the old Splashwater Beach only satisfied a few guests, offered no shade or stuff for the adults to do, had lots of malfunctioning sprayers, and just in general wasn't the best addition for Hurricane Harbor. On to the construction updates for what is basically a whole new land for the park. The construction for Splash Island is moving very fast. Technically, they could have started construction after the Hurricane Harbor season ended, but decided to be one step ahead and start now, which making me very optimistic that this attraction will actually open on time, making it one of the first over Texas / Hurricane Harbor attractions that opened on time over the past few years. As the kids area in Over Texas got delayed, Aquaman was clearly delayed, and yeah. Now what really worries me over this construction is obviously you can see that Splashwater Beach is almost completely gone, nothing but scraps. But just nearby is Small Surf, the iconic surfing simulator here at Hurricane Harbor Arlington, and honestly one of the few attractions that made this water park stand out amongst the rest. Like I said in a previous video, there used to be 2 surfing simulators, Big Surf and Small Surf. Over the years, Big Surf got removed, leaving just Small Surf to be there. Now I always predicted that this new area would be here in Splashwater Beach, and I assumed because of all this space, Small Surf could still remain. After all, it's the very corner and takes up minimal space. But from seeing this construction, if you zoom in you can see some pieces and parts of Small Surf, which is very concerning for me. Maybe, just maybe, these parts are being preserved while the main construction happens, and they can install some upgrades into Small Surf. But I'm really hoping they don't remove it. It's one of my favorite attractions here at Hurricane Harbor, and I definitely feel it would tie into the whole Splash Island theme, with the surfing aspect making it feel like a real beach. But only time will tell. Either way, like I said, this is a huge addition, and I'm really excited to see how it'll turn out. The few things we don't know is where the seating areas will be, and while the announcement did say it will be a new splash pad, I do wonder if they're still going to have pools like the original Hooks Lagoon. And of course, the biggest question, why is Hooks Lagoon being removed if Splash Island is located here? One of my theories is that they could have removed it after Splash Island got installed in preparation for a 2026 edition. But if they're removing it ASAP, it could be one of two things. Maybe using some of the parts of Hooks Lagoon for this new structure, or rapid movement because they're going to install something new for 2026, and they need plenty of time to prepare for it. I will be making a full prediction video on that, so stay tuned for that, and of course construction updates later on. What's closed? Oh. To be honest, I don't know what's going on, but apparently at our visit today, a good majority of the attractions were closed, with the entire Hooks Lagoon area or left side of the park being fenced off, the whole right side being fenced off, Bonsai Pipeline, Atlantic Panic, Caribbean Chaos, and Raging Rapids being closed. This left literally 5 slides in the entire park being open. So we did the wave pool, which we soon realized was having its own problems, as while in the beginning the waves were working, it started to malfunction, and soon enough the wave pool became a pool. And if you wanted to do any of the open water slides, it was crazy long waits as far as that I could see. Just when you think no more rides could close, both of the 12 feet deep attractions are down, leaving currently Black Hole and Seawolf as the only attractions open in the entire park. Keep in mind, this is Sunday, the weekend of Labor Day. With everything closed, families are literally only using the 2 major pools, the Oasis pool and the wave pool, as well as lines for Black Hole and Seawolf are extreme, and all the restaurants are just extremely long. Basically, only the middle of the park is open, which is a huge deal. While the wave pool eventually did get fixed, it was only 45 more minutes before the park would eventually close, and everything was closed as is. So we ended up packing up our bags and leaving the park. And that was our visit here at Hurricane Harbor Arlington for the final weekends of the park operating for the summer season. A lot of the attractions were closed, so it's very disappointing, as I wanted to get some final rides, my favorite slides. But on the bright side, we're going to see massive upgrades arrive to the park. And only time will tell, this will be an amazing addition, which I have pretty high hopes that it will be. Regardless, it was still a pretty cool day to cool off in the hot summer day of Texas. And be sure to visit Hurricane Harbor before it's too late. But keep in mind of what happened today, and hopefully it doesn't repeat itself. Also, small note, apparently whenever we were pulling out from the park, the Hooks Lagoon area opened up 30 minutes before the park would close. A really interesting decision for sure, but at least we got to check out all the updates for the park and cool off in the sun. If you want to stay updated on all the construction updates for Hurricane Harbor Arlington, or any news, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to know when new videos come out on my channel. Thank you for watching, and this is JV Thrills signing out.